Hey nerds. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. Drinking a little bit of a single malt, single hop Pilsner. I think I might have talked about it, I don't know, weeks ago. This is malt from Swain Malting Company. I think you say Swain. It's a new little like craft maltster from Holland that I got a pretty ripping deal on the malt from Farmhouse. And I just need, they just wanted, hey, get it out there and get some feedback on it. So this is just straight Pilsner malt and some kind of wild, the Nussberger hops. All in all, I think it's pretty decent. It's a really mild beer. We hammer them in the summertime. You can see that it never quite cleared out. And I don't know if that's due to the malt or if it's due to me fucking up brewing with the malt, but it's got that little bit of haze that just never drops out. But I really like the flavor of it. It's really classically, that classic German Pilsner-y thing. I fermented it with the 3470 lager yeast, and that stuff always, I have good luck with that stuff, so it's pretty solid beer. It's a pounder. It's only just a shade under 5%, so it's pretty sessionable. Nice beer. So this week I managed to keg the supercharger yesterday on Tuesday, and I don't think I'm going to touch it for 2 weeks. I think I put it on gas. It's on 30 pounds right now. I'm going to turn it down, and then I'm just going to leave it alone until for a couple of weeks and just try to not fuck with it. So I also did that. I also bottled up the Saison de Guacamole. So I took some footage of that. Might be interesting to somebody. Might not. I didn't actually film myself bottling because you guys are way better at that than me. I suck at bottling. So anyway, check it out. All right. Saison Guacamole bottling day. Let's do it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to strain this, the vodka-soaked vegetables, through some paper towels and a strainer to basically just strain all of the coriander and the black pepper and the cilantro and everything out of this. I would use coffee filters, but I don't have any coffee filters. I have one of those Keurig coffee makers, and I think I have some coffee filters in my camper, which I'm not going up to the barn and digging out. So, fuck it. Paper towels will totally work. And then we'll press on from there. Alright, away we go. So strainer, bowl, and I just kind of lightly sprayed these paper towels with Star Sand because I guess I felt like it. I think I don't think there's anything in this that is going to live through soaking in vodka, so if I pick anything up in the paper towels, I don't think it's going to matter, but let's see if I can tilt this a little bit. And in we go. So, there we go. I'm really picking up a ton of lime in this, and a ton of the bell pepper. This is going to be good. I think it's going to take a few minutes probably to strain all the way through, and we'll see how much comes out the other side. I have no idea if this is going to be enough to really flavor this whole batch or what, but I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Okay, so I ended up with about 3/4 of a cup of the vodka steep, the Guacavodka. And I just dumped that in the bottling bucket, and I am racking through here what looks to be a really nice, clear Saison. So, should be good. I haven't used a bottling bucket in a hell of a long time, so I'm kind of reteaching myself how to do all this stuff. Um, so feel free to laugh along because I only kind of know what I'm doing. Here's a little pro tip. If you don't bottle beer a lot, I like these little ferment, I don't know, what do they call it, fizz drops or something. I've always had decent luck with them, except if you don't use them a lot, they basically turn into a giant glob of sugar candy. So use them or keep them somewhere different than I keep them, I guess. Okay, boom, bottling done. Ended up with 20 12-ounce bottles and 2 bombers, so that's actually a little more than I thought I would get out of this. I was shooting for 20 12-ouncers. I got a couple bonus bombers. I was lucky I had enough bottles, actually. I haven't been hardcore saving bottles in quite a while, so I had to kind of scrape to find enough to do this, which means I'll have to save some more bottles so I can bottle some other beers. Because I think I'm going to try and make this small batch thing a pretty regular occurrence. So, that's that. This is what went in the bottles. This is just a kind of the last out of the bottling bucket. I haven't tried it yet. I have no idea if the guacamole is going to be way overpowering, way underpowering, or not likely just perfect. So, let's see. On the nose, granted this isn't carved, but it is fairly cold. I had this cold crashing at like 37 degrees, so it's probably colder than I would actually serve it. You get Saison right away. I use the Bell Saison yeast, which I get really citrusy Saisons out of, which I really like. So I definitely get that little funk from the Saison yeast and some of the pepper. I'm really curious to try this carb because I think that's going to carry the aromas a lot better. The pepper in it almost smells musty is the wrong word, but it's definitely an odd aroma, which it probably should be. So let's go to Flavor Town. Cheers. It's interesting. Again, I think carbonated, it's going to wake up some of the flavors, and I wonder if just allowing it to sit and meld for a while is going to help too. At first blush, though, I really like the Saison base of it. And there's a definite background of the pepper, the lime, definitely. Maybe even a hint of the tomato, although I don't think the tomato is as strong. This is going to be interestingly good, I think. I think if I do it again, I'll probably ramp up the flavor addition. Maybe. I suppose I should wait till it's done before I start changing it. It's going to be interesting. So, that's that. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, nerds. Yandu. So that's done. Bottled up. They're actually sitting in the fermentation fridge right now at 73 degrees. Because I've got nothing fermenting right now. There's a cider sitting over there that's been fermented out for 2 months, but that's just going to sit and basically bulk age. I'll probably pull it off of the yeast at some point, but really I'm not that concerned about it. So by the time I get back from vacation, which starts Friday, the Saison should be carbed, the supercharger should be carbed, and we should be right back to chucking beers down my neck. So the wife and I are headed to Mexico for a week, and I'm gonna try and find some craft beer in Mexico. It's not gonna be easy, but I'll do it. I've tracked down a guy that runs a little microbrewery. They just opened within the last month, so I want to go check his stuff out and nerd out on beer stuff with him. Saw some Facebook pictures of his tap system, which is nearly identical to my Keezer, except it's got a better paint job. He's got a sweet fish painted on his. So you can check it out. It's Isla Brewing Company .com, I believe, or just Google Isla Brewing, and you can find it. It's pretty easy. Seems like a cool guy. His beers sound good. Anybody can make beers that sound good, but hopefully they are. So hopefully I'll shoot a little nerd footage there and see how that goes. Other than that, I'm ready for 2016. For me, 2015 has been not bad. Pretty good year. Got settled into the house. Got my beer stuff pretty situated. Really got into nerding out with you guys. So that's been kind of awesome. Just all the people I've met over the last year, and trading beers back and forth with people that you never would have met before. Aaron and I had a pretty epically awesome time at NHC, and I think it sounds like Baltimore in June this year is going to be equally or better. I know there's some nerds out there that watch these videos that have said, yeah, maybe this is the year that we do it. So maybe there'll be like a mini Homebrew Wednesday homecoming in Baltimore this year, which would be pretty awesome. Anyway, I'm going to finish my beer, go somewhere else, and drink some more beer. Little boys get together with Brock tonight, so I'll drag some beers over there. It'll be awesome. Other than that, Happy New Year's, kids. Cheers. And always, for you, Aaron, Yondu. Wonderful beer. It's wonderful. I love you, awesome nerds.
What a bunch of malarkey. Now we're going to keep the malarkey going. Yeah.